And welcome back to Real Reds Talk, and welcome back to the Champions League. United are back in Europe's elite competition again. How long they stay there is another question, but this is your preview for the game against Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena. United finished in the top 3 last season, which is why we're here. We have 3 top lads tonight. How are we doing, fellas? Are we all feeling optimistic ahead of this game? Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully some of you guys in the chat are at least feeling a little bit positive. So let us know your opinions on the game. Give us a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're going to kick things off with a bit of Bayern Munich, Manchester United trivia, a bit of a warm-up. Straight off the bat, which team is worth more, Bayern Munich's team who started the last game or Manchester United's team, do you think?
Is it the amount of money we paid for the players? Yeah, it's going to be us.
What?
It's going to be us.
So you're saying about only the last game, right?
Yeah, so in the last game, the starting 11, so us against Brighton, Bayern Munich against Leverkusen, whose team do you think was worth more?
Definitely going to be us.
I think Bayern. Bayern, because Anthony didn't start. A couple of expensive players didn't start.
Well, let me ask this.
Good shout.
How much do you think United squad is worth? Who played
That last
game?
That last one. So what was Bruno? Bruno was about what, 50, roughly.
50
Højlund's 70 something. Onana was 45. Region
McTominay
was
3.
McTominay 3.
Eriksen
Rashford 3. Region was 3.
Casemiro.
70 million.
Casemiro 60. Lita 60.
Lindelof is 30. 35.
30.
What do we think in the chat? Let me know in the chat what you think.
Yeah,
Actually,
I think it's us. I definitely think it's
Final
us.
answer, lads. Whose squad's worth more?
Us.
Dan?
Nah, I'm gonna go with this.
Nah, you locked in your answer now, mate. Sorry, can't change that.
It sounds like a question.
Okay, so you're going Chave. Sorry, final answer.
Go Bayern.
I'll go with
Okay.
Bayern.
It's United. So Bayern Munich's is worth 236 million. Man United's is worth 327 million. I was looking at some of the deals Bayern have got. Joshua Kimmich, do you know how much they paid for him?
Like 12 million.
£6 million they paid for Joshua Kimmich.
8
million. I can't remember where it was. No, it weren't no, I don't think it was Leipzig. I can't remember where it was, but £6 million. Alphonso Davies, 8 million. Gnabry was 7. Like they've just done some mega signings. Konrad Laimer as well, free as we all know.
Free.
So yeah. One more directed towards Champions League. Who are both at the club's top goal scorers in the Champions League?
Whatever. Or
Yeah, all-time United and Bayern Munich.
Lewandowski's got to be Bayern's.
Yeah, correct.
Rooney?
69 goals. Nope.
No.
Ronaldo? No.
Did you say 69 goals?
For Lewandowski in Champions League, yeah.
Yeah, but that's for Dortmund and Bayern combined.
No, for Bayern Munich.
He scored 69 goals for
Yeah.
Bayern
He's
Munich.
like the top 3 Champions League goal scorers, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous.
He scored like 5 in one game, didn't he, against Madrid?
Yeah.
4 or 5 in one game, I think it was.
Yeah, his record is scary.
Oh.
So who's United then? Striker,
Easy.
number 9.
Striker number 9.
Come on. I'm putting on the plate here.
Nistelrooy?
Yes,
Right.
Van Nistelrooy.
Rude.
Ruud Van Nistelrooy, 38 goals for us. In the
You said
Champions
number
League.
9 and Nistelrooy was 10, so it kind of...
Yeah, you take my point. Who scored more goals in their career, Serge Gnabry or Rashford?
I want to say Gnabry because he played for Arsenal as well, didn't he? So I imagine he scored a couple for them.
14. I'm going to go Gnabry because Rashford's on and off.
Dan?
Yeah, Gnabry.
You're all wrong. Marcus Rashford. But it's very, very, very close. So Gnabry's had 355 appearances, 122 goals. Rashford has had 378 appearances and 129 goals. There's literally 7 goals in between them. They're very close on assist as well. Who's made more Champions League appearances, Thomas Muller or Casemiro?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna go.
Asking hard questions.
I'm gonna go Muller. I'll go Muller.
That's the hard question.
What I'm here for. Testing you.
Just considering the age, I would go with Muller.
He's not that old. I think Cass is older than Muller, you know.
Is it?
Muller just looks really old.
He just looks
yeah.
old.
Yeah.
Even though he acts like he's 5, but he looks old. I'm gonna go with Muller.
It is Thomas Muller.
Yeah.
And do you know what? He's nearly doubled Casemiro's appearance tally. Get on
DL.
that. 142 appearances in the Champions League. He breaks, I think, like 100 wins in the Champions League if they win tomorrow night. Casemiro's got 81. Who's got more appearances, Kimmich or Varane?
I'm gonna go Varane.
Yeah, I'll go Varane.
I'll go with Kimmich.
It is Varane, 88 appearances, Kimmich 70. And then the last one on appearances, who's got more appearances in the Champions League, Harry Kane or Bruno Fernandes?
I say Bruno because Sporting, I imagine, winning Champions League, and Spurs have only ever been in one season with Kane, I think.
Yeah.
With United, I think only 2 seasons, or in Champions League. Bruno.
Just Champions League. Just Champions League. So I think it is Bruno because Sporting, I think,
Bruno.
we're in the Champions League. So
wrong. Harry Kane. Harry Kane. 32 appearances.
32. Yeah. Because Spurs I've been in the Champions League a few times.
Bruno Fernandes 19 times. True or false? Bayern Munich have won twice the amount of European Cups as Man United.
False.
True. Because United, I know how many United have won, and Bayern have definitely won more.
But not double. Did you say double the amount?
Yeah.
I don't think so. If it's Champions Leagues, are pretty
European Cups.
European now. It can't be double, man. Come on. No,
Yeah, it's double.
no.
Yeah. It's double.
Yeah.
Yeah. So United 68, 99, 2008, Bayern 74, 75, 76, 01, 13 and 20.
Yeah.
United, how many? How many?
3. 68.
No, you said European Cups.
Yeah. 3
What
European
titles?
Cups.
So
what about titles?
168.
No, if you say European Cups, are you talking because it's Europa?
No, just
no.
Because as I said, European.
What was the Champions?
League.
What was the Champions League? Like before it was Champions League,
yeah.
it was European Cup.
Well, you know,
This always happens. Always, just forget it. Just forget it. It's all right.
no, but when you say European Cups, like it
because
means
if I would have said Champions League, then that would have got rid of the other ones in the 70s and the 60s. If I just say European, then that gets rid of the Champions League. So what do you say?
Yeah, but then when we say 20 times, are we talking about the Premier League or like the league?
No, we're on
Premier
about
League.
European. I'm not on about leagues. I'm on about
No, I know. And, yeah, well, forget.
Right, move on. Let's move on.
It's gone well, this.
Both clubs have scored 7 or more in one game in the Champions League.
Thank you for saying that.
7 in one game.
United
Seven or
has
more.
scored more than 7 in Champions League.
We have done it. We've done it against Roma, so we have done it.
Yeah.
So definitely Bayern would have did.
Yeah, didn't they beat, who did they beat in the final?
I think I remember one of the games Bayern where
7.
Muller got hat-trick or something.
Yeah, they
Couple
beat
of
someone
players
7.
got
They beat Barcelona.
They beat him 7.
Who did they beat 7? It was some
I
crazy.
think you might be right about Barcelona, but it's a bigger scoreline than that back in 2008. So Bayern Munich beat Sporting Lisbon 12-1 in 2008.
What?
In the Champions League tie. Yeah. And Man United beat Roma 7-1 in 2007. Oh,
I
true.
remember that. Yeah,
I remember that game. One of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
And it kicked off in the crowd during the game as well. Massive fights.
Manchester United have beaten Bayern Munich away in the Champions League before. True or false?
Well, finals are technically away, aren't they? But are we just talking like as in?
No, I think he means the Allianz Arena.
Yeah, at Bayern Munich's ground, United have beaten Bayern Munich. True or false?
I don't think we have at the Alliance Arena. I know we've beaten them, but I don't think we've beaten them there.
Yes.
False.
Yeah, correct. False. We never beat him away at the Allianz Arena, which is always
I'm just
a
trying
good
to be
measurement.
different and I'm losing every question.
Right, let's get the actual preview off there. It's quite a long warm-up, that, but I found quite a lot of interesting trivia facts. So, obviously, when two giants like this clash in Europe's elite competition, it's always exciting. Bayern had a little bit of a wobble last season with Dortmund. I think it was like minutes away from winning the league. City knocked them out of the quarterfinal as well, so they weren't the usual kind of straightforward success that Bayern Munich fans are used to. But it seems like they're back on the way. I think they've got like 3 wins out of 4, 3 wins and 1 draw at the start of the season. United, on the other hand, have only won 2 out of their 5 games so far in the Premier League, which many are calling a crisis. Away from home, our record is awful. And like I said, we've never beaten Bayern Munich away from home in this competition. So with that being said, Chive, are you looking forward to this one? What are you expecting?
I'm not looking forward to it, but we might just go and do the most Man United thing ever, because this is what we do. Whenever like the chips are against us, we always just pull up some kind of, we did this when we played PSG. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Like nobody expected us to get a result from there. We just went there, and it's typical United. Like this is what they do to us as fans. They literally just send us on this roller coaster, where when we expect them to actually dominate, they don't, and then when we expect them to not do anything, they turn up. But I mean, if we're going to be realistic about it, I don't think there's anyone who's remotely optimistic. I know you did put in the group chat that you thought would get a win.
Well, purely for the reason that you mentioned there, Chief, the fact that the PSG thing that happened. I remember, was it under Ole when we had Spurs and City and everyone had written us off and we went and beat them both? I just think it's a proper United thing to do, to go and beat Bayern Munich, or at least get a draw, a good result at Bayern Munich, and then lose to Burnley on the weekend. I can probably see that happen.
It's happened so many times. I mean, if I go back through history, like how many times when, it's happened against Chelsea, it's happened, I can count them, there's like a massive, there's a list of. But like realistically, I mean, the reason why I'm not confident is because our manager so far this season has shown certain inconsistencies. And one of them was that diamond. Like, what was that? Against Brighton.
Well, the intention was to push them out wide, wasn't it? So they couldn't play through the middle. But then they had so much space in the wide, and they kind of capitalised on that space that they had. Didn't it? They just switched it up like that. So.
Well, there you go. Like, I would just like him to just go back to just reset to the winning formula that allowed him to become this success at United. Well, success in quote. And not just, it's too experimental. I get he's trying to change things and try things because of the limited squad that we have. But I'll prefer a more pragmatic approach this time. And I don't know. I mean, it's hard to have any sort of faith in this. Well, not in the guy, but in the squad and everything that's happening right now. It's really, really hard to see any positives. We've just heard that there's more injuries. Wan-Bissaka is out for 2 months. Even though Varane and Mount were training, Varane isn't back. It's just Mount. And I mean, for the first time, I never thought I'd be saying this, but I'm actually quite happy to hear that Mason Mount is back. I never thought I'd be...
He's not even on the plane. He's not even on the plane.
Oh, he's not
playing.
All right. Okay.
So,
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you see my point now. Realistically, I'm not so optimistic, but I would never write off United. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah. Well, you've already said that about Mount now, so you can't take it back. So I'll put that in a little clip, and I'll tell everyone that you love Mason Mount. Sam, I imagine you probably think we're going to get dicked tomorrow night in this one, but if there is a weak spot with Bayern Munich, where do you think we can hurt him?
I mean, they looked a bit wobbly. I don't know if anybody saw the Leverkusen game, which was a fucking phenomenal game, by the way. What a fucking game that was. And they didn't look their normal selves against Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso's got them playing extremely well, Leverkusen, and they gave Bayern a game, so it was really sort of fun to watch for the neutral. But yeah, Bayern didn't look up to scratch, as it were. They lost the Super Cup final, which I know is a glorified friendly, but still... You'd expect Bayern to sort of smash. Was it Leipzig they played? You'd expect them to smash it and just take the trophy like they always do, but they weren't great at that. So this is not an absolute behemoth of Bayern Munich of yesteryear, where you had like Lewandowski, Robben, those kind of guys, where they were just winning Champions Leagues left, right, and centre. But was it Bundesliga 10 in a row they've done? Or something like that? Is like an absolute ridiculousness. So yeah, just I don't see us winning anything against. Like, I don't see us getting anything out of this game. But they aren't the Bayern Munich team you expect. Like, they aren't that team.
That's what Chivy's
Chivy's seen something.
Did Sam just say yesteryear?
Yeah.
Was that like an old-fashioned saying or something?
No, it's not the Bayern Munich of yesteryear.
Yeah.
Yesteryear.
No, but you remember that time, like anytime in the Champions League, who was in the final? It was like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Munich won it.
It was constantly. No, I get what you mean. It was just.
Yeah, it's just always that team. And then United like spoilt the party in '99 and 2008, and then English teams started getting a foothold after that with Chelsea and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's not.
They came. After we did that to them in '99, they came back and won it after.
Exactly.
Yeah, they just came back and just won the thing.
Yeah, so like
2001.
And to be fair, like, we literally robbed them in that game. Like they. Us.
We was lucky.
But this is what we have to do. Like, if we are going to stand any chance of winning, we need to smash and grab. That's what it's got to be. We have got to defend for our lives, and as soon as we get an opportunity to transition and hit them on the break when they're pushing up, that's what we have to do. And just 2 shots on target, 2 goals. That's what we need. That's it. Take it and hold it.
This plays into what we were saying earlier, Nick. Because remember I don't know if you remember, but like in the final, we're missing Scholes and Kane.
Yeah,
we're missing from that final due to suspension. So it's like
Giggs on the right and Beckham in midfield.
I think we played. Did we play Blomqvist?
Yeah, Blomqvist
on the left. But it was Giggs on the right hand side. I think, and it was Beckham
in the middle. Nicky Butt in the middle. Yeah. Sorry, Sam, for cutting.
That's all right. But yeah, if we're going to win it, it has to be a smash and grab, and we're just going to have to sit there, be patient, and watch us get absolutely pelted, and hope Onana's up to scratch, and hope that Lissandro doesn't get sent for a fucking wobbler by whoever it is, like he did against Brighton, and just hope that we can hold on and then counter and, like you said, smash 2 goals, take away and run. Because that's the only way I see us getting. I don't think we can outplay them. I don't think we're going to out-possess them. I don't think we're going to out-tactically think them or do anything like that. I think it has to be a smash and grab. That's the only way. And I don't have high hopes for it at the minute, the way we're playing.
Yeah, exactly. Because you see, the team they have now is like totally different. Like they have pacey attackers. The wingers are very quick in Sane. And if you see Gnabry is there now, even their midfield is so strong.
Musiala.
So I think... Yeah, so like so much talent. Even their bench is looking like the team is now looking like more like a Manchester City team. Like they have like 2 teams in a single team. So like they have so many options, but now we are here lacking options in all the areas. And now I think I believe like Van Bissaka could have been very crucial for this game, just to stop at least one side of the wingers. But yeah, unfortunately we don't have him. But Diallo, it's going to be a very tough game for our fullbacks, because they're pacey wingers against our fullbacks, and we won't be able to create chances from our with the help of fullbacks. And our right wing is already confused. We are not sure who will be starting on that side. So that chemistry is already not set. I would say rather try to get a point from that game and try to see how the game goes, and just keep it tight on the back. I mean, just keep it tight on the defense side and just try to see any chance we get. And just even you can say like we have players like Rashford and Højlund who are, pacey, but their defenders are also pacey. Now they have Kim Min-jae, who is like, it's very tough.
Don't remind Chivy of that. Don't remind him of that.
So it's very,
I forgot about him, man.
Yeah, in one of the game I was seeing BAYERN Munich's game. Kim Min-jae like he cannot pass a ball from top of Kim Min-jae. He will be always there and to catch the player, even though you have the pacey attacker. So it's going to be very tough for us even to create the chances. But only positive I can see is like in Højlund from the last game and the last couple of appearances, that if he get chances, he will definitely gonna score. So yeah, that's one confidence.
I think that's one thing we definitely have to do. Sam talks about smash and grab there. If we get a chance, if we actually manage to create one,
have to finish.
And we get a decent chance, you've got to fucking finish those chances, man. You have to, because you miss one or two, that's it. It'd be curtains, and Bayern Munich, the crowd would be behind him. Kane starting, it's just like they've got elite players in a lot of positions, and we have as well, but we're just not playing as a unit like cohesively at the minute. So I think it's going to be interesting. I want to take a little look at Bayern Munich. I mean, you have to go back 6 years for Bayern's last defeat at this stage of the competition, which was at PSG, I think, in 2017. Since then, Bayern Munich have been unbeaten in 34 games in the first round, winning 31 of them, including each of the last 13. In addition, they've scored at least once in all of their last 40 Champions League group matches on home turf. And of the 11 competitive meetings to date, all of them in the Champions League, Bayern Munich lead with 4 wins to Manchester United's 2, and there's 5 draws in there as well. So the stats are definitely against us when it comes to this fixture. Jive, I don't think this is a team that Bayern Munich that you would, you wouldn't associate as a similar level to, when they won the treble under Hans Flick, for example. Like there has been some changes. A lot of people aren't happy with Tuchel, let's just say. There's a few question marks there. Do you think the signings that they've made, though, do you think they could win the competition with that, or do you think they're one of the favourites now?
Yes. Harry Kane, like, just getting a goal scorer like that. I mean, because, like, I think the past 2 seasons is what they were missing. They were missing that, number 9, that goal scorer, that poacher, and that's how they play. And I think Kane adds levels to them. I know it's only been a couple of games, and I'm sure, like, the internet nowadays is always waiting for people like Kane to miss, an open net, and then they write him off immediately. But I think when you have a player like Kane in there, it really, really increases their chances, because people like that just need 1 chance or 2 chances at the most, and he'll take it. And Kane scores anything. He can score from range, he can score from close, he can head the ball, penalties. He makes goals, and he's adaptable. He's not one of them selfish. He's not overly selfish, and he's also very adaptable in multiple systems. So I think with Harry Kane, they definitely have someone to actually just take them above that level that they were missing last season. And they have a few young players as well coming through the ranks. There's this kid, I think he's a left back. I can't remember where he played. Anyway, they've got some really good kids coming through as well. So yeah, I think the only little thing there is probably Thomas Tuchel. Like, it just doesn't seem to be like a proper fit with Bayern Munich at the moment. But
which is strange, right? Because you think
it's kind of strange,
manager won the Champions League with Chelsea, go in there, kind of well-oiled team. You would have thought it would have been successful, innit?
And he pushed Bayern a lot when he was at Dortmund. So like, you would expect him to come in. Yeah. But yeah, it's just
he seems to rub people the wrong way every club he goes to. Chelsea, it kicked off. PSG, it kicked off. I think Dortmund, he kicked off with the board as well. Like, he just seems to be a fiery type of character, like a corrosive type of guy. I don't know why.
I like him, though.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's a good manager. But yeah, he just seems to not get along with people as if it's either his way or the highway. It seems to be, and if you go against him, he's not shy.
Boy, when he's really in his bag, he's in his bag. I was at Old Trafford when we played Chelsea. Remember the 1-1 that Ronaldo came back and scored?
Yeah.
Like, they had us pinned. Oh my god! Like, you could just see, like, we didn't know what to do.
Was it where Sancho or Casemiro chipped it to Ronaldo when he volleyed it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at Stretford then when the ball went in. It was just madness. But it was just like, man, like, just seeing the way they set up, like, we had no answer to that.
Yeah, I remember when Tuchel came in at Wolves as well. It just shored them up defensively straight away. They've been leaking goals for most of the season as soon as he comes in, and they look decent. And the adjustments that they made, the signings that they made, Kim Min-jae, I was a massive fan of and desperately wanted him at Manchester United, and was gutted we didn't get him. He's going to be amazing for them. Is already looking good. One thing that's positive, just before I wanted to ask you about Harry Kane, Sam, but I've seen a bit of news before that Kimmich is out for this game. He's not available. And they've got a couple more that are injured as well, so a little bit of an advantage towards us. But just sticking with Harry Kane, Sam, do you think if we had signed him, our season would have gone any different to what it has now?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe because there's been certain opportunities you've seen with Rashford when he was playing up there for Hoyland, came to full fitness, that you think Harry Kane's in front of that. He has that opportunity. That's in the back of the net. I think Rashford suffers with decision making a lot of the time. Like, he will tunnel vision it every single time, and it's like half the time, or maybe 3/4 of the time, he makes the wrong decision. But because he's so capable and spectacular, I think that's why Ten Hag keeps him and he keeps playing him, because he is one of those players that pull off match winning qualities, but his consistency lets him down. His decision making lets him down. Harry Kane, he wins you games, but also his consistency and his ability is constant. Like, unless he's injured, he will score goals. How many seasons in a row for Spurs did he score like 25 plus? Like, it was ridiculous.
10 years, 17 plus in the league every single year.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's consistency to the fucking level in the Premier League as well. Like, and he was so close to winning a Golden Boot in a Spurs team last year that were dog shit. They were fucking awful, and he got 25 plus. Like, this is a guy who knows where the goal is. If you put a chance in front of him, 9 times out of 10 he's putting it away. And Rashford, it's more like 5 out of 10 that he's going to put it away. And I think we saw hints of the relationship with Rashford and Højlund, didn't we? When he played Højlund in, it created opportunities. We had that goal. Obviously, it was chalked off because it was gone out. But you saw a couple of times. Then there was another couple of times where you thought Rashford needs to play Højlund in it. It's a tap in, and he doesn't. He tries to take it on, tries to get a shot off, hits the side netting, blah, blah, blah. If that's Harry Kane, I think you see a different dynamic there, and I think you end up having those goals go in or those chances created in a goal go. So I think we can have that with Højlund. I think the relationship develops, and I think Rashford hopefully will start to realise, okay, play this guy in. He's going to get us goals, because he scored that goal really easily once he did play the opportunity in. Obviously, he got chalked off, but I think if we had Harry Kane, we probably would have scored a couple more goals, and I think his hold-up play is really good and really important, which would have helped with Rashford. Was Anthony, not Anthony anymore. I think that would have helped as well. But yeah, it's a shame. I'm gutted because I thought he's the perfect Manchester United striker. And there was a quote today from Chris Wheeler, I think. He said, yeah, Harry Kane waited all the way to the end of the summer to see if United would come in. And he would have waited till next summer had United made any indication that they were going to come in for him. But apparently we didn't. And he said as soon as he saw Højlund coming to United, he was like, right, I need to go. And went to Munich. And that's it.
I also saw a recommendation as well that when we spent, or when we was getting quoted 110 mil for Sancho, when we was in that kind of longed out transfer saga, a lot of people was recommending to go for Harry Kane, and them recommendations got ignored. I think James from the Muppeteers put that out before. So, yeah, but we know with recruitment, we know the situation in the script with Manchester United. Dan, I'm trying to pull as many positives out in our favour because we know it's a tough game tomorrow. We've spoken about the Bayer Leverkusen game before, that was 2-2. So there's a little bit of, instability there, if you will, that they can be got at. But what do we need to get right tomorrow, do you think, to come away with a good result?
Yeah, I think if you nullify their attack, if you see in the last game against Bayer Leverkusen, they had the similar kind of, attacking. Both the number of attempts on goal were more like similar. So it's like when you nullify their attack, then definitely you can weaken them. So that has to be done from the defense side of it. But in our team, it's at this moment we are in a lack of having defending options. So maybe I would have definitely liked the partnership of Casemiro and Amrabat, especially for these kind of games where you need players to run around and block the players. But tomorrow, I don't think we have much options. So definitely we'll be going with Dalot on the right and Reguilon on the left. So I'm not sure how much defensive side of their game they can bring into the play. But yeah, if we can nullify their attacks, then definitely we'll have a chance at least to get a point from out of it, and maybe we can win the game. But if you block their attacks, then definitely they'll get frustrated and they'll start making mistakes. So that's the target for us tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the mentality we want to go into the game with tomorrow. No negativity at all. Right, we've spoken about us, we've spoken about the opposition and many other things. So let's do some quick fire questions. Tomorrow night, Bayern Munich versus Manchester United in the Champions League at the Allianz Arena. Will United keep a clean sheet?
No.
No.
Not a chance.
You cannot start with this question.
I just wanted to, yeah. So no, is that a definite no? Yeah, is everyone with us in the chat as well? Will Harry Kane score?
Yeah.
No.
Will we score more than one?
No.
No. Oh, fuck.
Will there be a red card?
No.
No.
Prediction for man of the match.
It's going to be a Bayern player, isn't it? Kim Min-jae.
I'm gonna go Leroy Sané.
Coming up against Dalot. I think Gnabry might have a good game against Reguilon as well.
Reguilon had a good game, the last one.
He was good. He was really, really good. Surprised me.
I'll go with Muller.
Thomas Muller, very nice, to cap off his 100th win in the Champions League if they do that. Right, if we want to dive into Predicted 11s, Sam, who's going first?
Well, Chivy didn't give me his, so he hasn't got one. So
of course he didn't.
Oh shit! I just realised.
We can all just imagine Chivies. That's what we'll do. We'll just imagine it now.
I just realised Nick. I've not set Nick up on this thing, so Nick is not here in a minute. While I'm doing that, I will put up
Can you hear me?
Dan's. So Dan, if you want to run us through yours.
I think, did I mention Mason Mount there?
Yeah. So you're gonna have to change that out because obviously he's not going now, is he? So.
Oh, look at that graphic! Beautiful. Love that.
Yeah, I think Ten Hag will go with the same lineup as last game. Do we miss anyone else in the game? I think
Go through it. Who was that lineup again?
Yeah, Onana on the goal, and then right back Dalot, then mid defenders Lisandro and Lindelof. On the left, as a left back, Reguilon is the only option you have. And then in the midfield, I think Casemiro and McTominay will start again with Eriksen as 10 and Bruno on the right, Højlund as a striker, and Rashford on the left. But personally, I would like to see Pelistri starting on the right and Bruno getting back into that mid-three pivot with Casemiro and Eriksen.
Very nice. Sam, who's up next?
Cool. I'll put you up next. You talk. You go for yours.
Yeah, mine is fucking way off because I saw the news that Varane, Mount, and all these guys are back. Got really excited and thought he's gonna have to throw them into this game. Thought the Mount and Tuchel narrative playing against his old coach. Varane was one of our better players starting, so that's why I've gone with him. But I went with Onana, Dalot, Varane, Lisandro, Reguilon, Casemiro, McTominay, and Mount. And then Bruno, Højlund, and Rashford up top. But obviously it's not going to be that now because Mount and Varane aren't even on the fucking plane. So, yeah, mine's wrong.
I think mine might be wrong as well because I might have picked some players that are not in there. Oh, no, I'm all right. I think I'm good. So, yeah, I've gone with Onana, Lindelof, Martinez, Reguilon, Dalot, which I think we don't have any other options, do we? Because Mount is... Varane's not available. Maguire's out. So, that's what it is. I've gone with McTominay, Bruno, Casemiro in the midfield just because Eriksen is great, but we're not going to have that much possession. We're going to need energy and legs and stuff like that, and he doesn't have it. So I couldn't include him. And then the front three, I've gone with a bit of a wild card just because I think that right-hand side needed something, and I just think Bruno playing out there isn't it. So I've thrown Pelistri in there because I think we need to give this kid an opportunity, and if he can do it here, I think he'd be good for the rest of the season because we don't have no Anthony, no Sancho. I don't like Bruno out there. Mount is not available because he can also play out there. So let's give Pelistri an opportunity because he's the one that deserves one out of anybody. So that's mine.
Nice. Chive, do you want to tell us yours?
I almost said De Gea.
Oh,
Jesus. Oh, don't turn into one of these guys, these fucking Richard Keys and Andy Gray and all these guys saying, is he doing his job though? Is he doing his job and saving it? And like, fuck off, mate. Fucking idiots.
So we've got Onana in goal, Dalot. Well, the backline picks itself really.
Yeah.
Dalot and Reguilon and
we want to know midfield, Chive. Who are you going with midfield?
Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, and Scott McTominay.
Yes.
And then we've got Pelistri, Højlund, and Marcus Rashford.
Think we'll start Pelistri against Bayern?
I think so.
Oh, that'd be a big call. Big call.
I think so.
I think he should have started against Brighton, Pelistri. He should have.
Yeah.
That was an opportunity to do it. That he should have started. But
yeah.
No. I think he might shock everyone and go Casemiro. No, Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno.
Okay.
We're gonna get smacked up if that's the midfield.
That, yeah.
We can't.
Especially when you got when you compare physicality levels from Goretzka to Ericsson, it's literally like a fucking mouse and a silverback. Like, honestly, Goretzka's
Anybody knows?
just jacked, mate.
He got shoved off by that. What's that Brighton player? Dahoud. Is that his name?
Dawood.
Yeah.
Oh,
He got shoved off by him. He's gonna get fucking mauled by like Goretzka, man.
Fucking
Like, come
Superman
on.
punch it.
It's ridiculous.
Well, can we just very quickly just talk about Brighton's recruitment? Like, I saw a thing that said their squad was worth 16 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the squad that played, I saw it was like, I think it was 27 or 30, and United's was worth 340. Oh no, it was worth 300. I think it was somewhere around that mark.
When they got
That's what I mean.
that Dahoud from Dortmund, like,
Yeah.
it's just insane how they do this.
Do you know the players they had out as well against United?
Yeah.
Estepinian
Yeah.
missing. Ferguson didn't even start.
Solly March.
Solly March didn't start. They got fucking Danny
Encino.
Welbeck.
Encino was out. Encino was out. Who else? There was another big one who was out as well.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, deserve it. Like, fair play. You can only just fucking applaud it, innit? Dan, sorry, you was going to say something then, weren't you?
Anybody knows when Amrabat will be available?
I think Burnley, it's looking like Amrabat, Varane and Mount from what I've seen. And then about a week after, maybe Kobe Mainu back in, because he's back in like training as well, which is obviously a fantastic news. So, yeah, look, this is the part that we make the decision of the score predictions. So
Should we be worried about, like, sorry, maybe I just want to say this before I forget.
No, go for it.
Should we be worried about a fitness team or fitness
Mate,
backroom staff? Like, what is going on?
The Gary O'Descroll, this new doctor from Arsenal, and yes, I did take a little bit of searching his name to see what this cunt's doing. He's from Arsenal, right? So conspiracies are going to start flying out the window. Since he's come in, we've now got 13 players absent who we can't choose from. A lot of them are first teamers as well. Tom Heaton's missing. Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Luke Shaw, Varane, Malacio, Kobe Mainu, Amrabat, Mason Mount, Antoinette, Sancho, and Ahmad are all missing at the minute.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Chivy, do you remember? They won't remember this, but do you remember that ice skater, the two female ice skaters, and one of them smashed the other one's leg with a pipe to stop her winning the gold medal? Do you remember this story?
This is ages ago.
Yeah, Tonya Harding. Do you remember this?
No, I remember the story, but I don't remember the person's
But
name.
I think that's what's happened. Arsenal have sent this guy up to United and gone, smash every single one of their legs with a pipe.
Yeah.
Just fucking break him. They got it there. And he's just gone round and gone, oh, let's have a look at you, and just fuck off. Like, just
they bounced it off Maguire's head, but he smashed the first one, so he went for his legs instead.
It's like,
just took his knee out.
It's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
It's depressing, like. And then another thing is, like, why are we buying injured players?
No, Hoyland,
Back injuries.
Bayern,
Amrabat, yeah.
There's a few others probably that I'm forgetting off the top of my head.
just
The injuries
mad,
are
like.
crazy at the minute. I don't know what is in the porridge or what the training, or I actually think it's from I think it's a combination of things. I think from last season, the amount of games that we played, and every time he was asking Ten Hag saying, you know, are you worried about the players' fitness and you're worried about this because of how many games they're playing? It's like, no, it doesn't matter. They can play through it. And it's like, in reality, Bruno Fernandes played the most amount of minutes in Europe out of anyone last season. That's got to take its toll in some form of way. And then pre-season, you go from Oslo to America to fucking back to Stretford, then to Dublin, back to Old Trafford. Like, that can't be helpful.
We played more pre-season games than anyone else. Like I think we played like 8, and everybody else is playing like 5. Like, why are we playing 3 extra games? What are we doing?
That's what happened to Liverpool. Remember, because the season before last, they went all the way. Like, they went to all the finals.
Yeah.
And then they went all the way.
And lost.
And then last season, they literally just cast out completely.
Yeah.
Like,
And it comes down to, I mean, how we do the transfer business as well, like to spend the whole summer on one player, and then finally, when it comes the medical time, they don't have any other decision to make. Like in the last day, when you're getting Amrabat for the medicals, even if you find out any difficulties, you don't have any other options. Either you have a player or you don't have a player. So that's where, like, even the case with Hoyland, like, you spend like 1.5 months on a player, and when everything is gone, everything is decided, and then you bring the player for a medicals, and then you find out that there's an injury there. So you cannot go back and search for another player. So that's how it all comes down to how we do the business. So that's where the conspiracy has also arose these last 2 days. Like, Erik Ten Hag's agent is involved in Højlund's and Amrabat's signing, but that's only shows that how the Manchester United officials, they are so incompetent, like buying a player. So in which the manager has to get involved in buying players. So like
I
wrong from
mentioned
the
that.
very, yeah, it's like wrong from the very beginning. I mean, it has to be cleaned up from the staff level as well. So it's going to be very tough in the coming seasons as well.
They're saying there's concerns that is with this agency and the influence in transfers and stuff like that. But let's be honest, I would rather Ten Hag be picking his own transfers than that fucking shitty recruitment team. We all remember them flying out to Turin and coming back with a fucking suitcase full of skinny keks, Murta and fucking, what's his name, and Arnold. And then flying out to Barcelona 5 times for De Jong and not getting the deal done. So,
Also,
if we have to go for this agency, so fucking be it. I don't care. As long as
you know
we
what?
play it.
You know what? As well, these people saying all these connections and stuff. Pep's brother works for an agency that he's also represented by and represents players. You know what I mean? So like, let's not pretend other clubs don't do this and it's not a thing in football. Like it's
yeah, this is what they do whenever, you know, just to create another Man United related topic. Like Stephen Howson pointed out something really like I hadn't realized it as well, and he was like, Pep, sorry, not Pep, what's his name, Jose, always goes for his former players. Nobody says anything. Like Jose Mourinho, like he constant. It's not a new thing. Like it happens all the time. So it's not like this is some new. Yeah, exactly. And what's wrong with that anyway? Like, you know the player, like, you know what kind of character they are.
No
it's
risks.
that simple. There really isn't. Yeah, I think it's just overplayed, really.
Yeah, starting it. United are just manipulating the media as they always do and throwing out spin out there. We know the scripts, like I said, lads. Right, we went off on a bit of a tangent there, but it's absolutely fine. Score predictions. Who wants to go first in these lovely score predictions?
I'll try and... Oh, God.
3-1. As long as I remain in Amsterdam,
fuck
all our score lines are
Fly
going to be 3-1.
Fly back.
Yeah, I'm back next week.
Is Munich closer than Manchester? Can you go to Munich? Can you do that?
Please.
No, because Munich is south, innit? It's like south of Kane. Manchester's only like 55 minutes away.
Yeah.
On the flight. So,
bastard.
Yeah.
Let's just hope you're not there for the fucking Burnley game. Jesus. Dan.
I'd go with a draw, 1-1 draw.
Get in.
I love how we're celebrating a 1-1 draw.
We will be doing that at the 90th minute, mate.
What are we doing?
Listen, I'll break out the fucking cold Peronis if we get a draw at the Allianz tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fuck
I'll show chest on Twitter. 1-1.
Come on.
Fuck you know. The most positive I can do is 2-1 to Bayern Munich. I think we can score a goal, but I think they've got too much quality, man. Like, and we're playing like dog shit, and we're away, and we've never won at the Allianz Arena. But like Chivy said, it would not surprise me if we went and did the United thing and we actually ended up smash and grab and winning it, because it would not surprise me, because we do this all the fucking time. There's a precedent for it. We've done it for years under worse circumstances, so it would not surprise me.
To be honest, I don't think there's much shade. If you go there and lose tomorrow, but actually put in a good performance and you're very competitive,
that's fine. Yeah.
I don't think United fans would be too, angry with it. At the end of the day, we've got Copenhagen, Galatasaray in our group, and you would think we would beat them. So Galatasaray
famous last words. Famous last words.
Yeah.
Copenhagen, Højlund's brothers both scored a goal against us.
Yeah,
can't wait for that shit.
Won't surprise me. Right, with that in mind, I will go with... I mean, I wanted to be super positive and say we beat them, but I think we get a good result, and I think 1-1 or 2-2, I'm going to go with, I reckon. Let's just leave it at that.
I'll take that. I'll take that all day.
Oh, yeah, all day.
Guys, can you guys just imagine if we win? Just...
Oh, mate, yeah. I've got receipts for every motherfucker.
Chivy, I'm going to have to go back to football. If we win, I'm going back on football Twitter. I'm going back on it because I want to see
live.
The reaction.
Yeah, I've been off Twitter for like
same.
I can't even open it.
We've done it before. PSG. Speak about PSG, the City and Spurs game before. Loads
This is
of times.
what they do to us. This is what this
We've
club
done it
does to us.
before,
Yeah.
so it really, really wouldn't surprise me. I think it's going to be a fascinating game, but if they score early, it could be a long night.
To be honest, United fans deserve and some positive results
Yes.
because
Bro, they
we
owe
were
us
like
one.
last game we were waiting for 2 weeks, like in the international break for a match night game, and then we came on and
They fucking owe us a result.
Do you know what?
The performance.
Do you know what's annoying as well? Like I saw 2 Athletic articles about Chelsea and United. The United one was why Ten Hag is failing, what he needs to do on United in crisis. But the Chelsea one was Chelsea. Yeah, they've not won much and not there, but it's not a crisis and they're playing well. I'm like, they're worse than us. They're lower in the league. They've won less games and they're playing like shit. Why is it a crisis for Manchester United, but for Chelsea, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fucking irritating, man.
Poch spent 465 million euros since he's gone in. But the thing is, because last season, Lampard literally lost, or Fat Frank, I wish we had the picture so we could put it up. He lost every single game. 12 games in a row it was.
Never criticised him. Never criticised him.
Even though they drew like 5 now or whatever it is, that's better somehow than last season. So it's kind of like, well, he's already doing better. Just another 400 million being spent and you might actually get a couple of wins out of it. Who knows? Just one last thing I wanted to say. If we get an injury tomorrow at centre-back, we are fucked. Absolutely fucked. Because Johnny Evans comes on. So if Lissandro goes down or Lindelof goes down, we are honestly peppered. Same with left-back.
Maguire's injured as well. So who the fuck is... Who's the next centre... Casemiro? Is he the centre-back?
Yeah.
Scott McTominay?
Pray we don't get no injuries tomorrow because it's going to be long.
Did we take any of the lads? Like any of the...
Younger lads, Dango and Hannibal, to my knowledge.
I think Forson's gone as well.
Yeah, Forson. I might.
Yeah.
No, so we didn't take any of the centre backs.
Nope.
Not that I know.
No.
Is Deschamps Bernard still here?
No, sold him. Sold him.
We sold him.
Yeah.
Gone.
Teddy Mengi's gone as well. He went to was it Luton? Did he go to Luton? Teddy Mengi?
Yeah. I was just trying to find the squad news there, but it's thin, mate. It's so thin.
Got 5 goalkeepers, hasn't he? And he took like 5 keepers.
Yeah, and it's like 4 defenders, 4 or 5 defenders, I think there is. Sorry. So
But why?
because we've got no one else, Jimmy. There's no one else. We haven't got anyone.
Yeah, so Bayern Munich without Joshua Kimmich, Manuel Neuer, Kingsley Coman, and Rafael Guerreiro, we are. I'm not going to go we're without, but I'm just trying to find where the fuck's the squad news, man. Just literally had it in front of me. But anyway, it's thin.
Oh,
it's very, very thin.
Let me find. I'll find it now. I had it saved before.
I know the 5 defenders we've got is Evans, Lissandro, Lindelof, Delo, and Reguilon. And then midfield we've got McTominay, Ericsson, Bruno, Casemiro, Dango.
Yeah, so full travelling squad. Bayern, Heaton, Onana. Oh, Heaton's back. There you go. Onana, Vitek, Lindelof, Martinez, Reguilon, Dalot, Johnny Evans. That's it for defenders. Bruno, Christian Eriksen, Casemiro, Palestri, Scott McTominay, Dango, Hannibal, Martial, Rashford, Højlund, Garnacho, Forson.
So there is a very realistic possibility Johnny Evans comes on tomorrow.
Against Bayern Munich. Yeah.
This is what you're telling me right now.
Yeah.
This is what you're...
Yeah. We could have Johnny Evans.
Just end it.
We could have Johnny Evans at centre back. We could have Dango in the midfield and Forson up front. Theoretically,
it's a realistic. The way they've been dropping like flies at the minute, it's a realistic possibility.
Here's my thing. I really don't mind if the young kids like get a chance. Like we've seen what this kid who came on against
Hannibal
PSG. No, when we played PSG, the defender Axel.
Oh, Twanzebe.
Yeah, he had a good game in the Park of Prince against. So sometimes you put these young people in there, and once they have that hunger, sometimes some of these people have no fear. So I have no qualms about that. But like, why the Johnny Evans thing? Like, I thought it was a laugh, and I had fun with it. Like during the summer, I was like, yeah, it's just gonna come train. You know, I was making all those jokes. We always need an Irishman in Old Trafford and blah blah blah. I thought he was just gonna train and go. He's here, so he might actually play tomorrow.
Chivy, do you not remember the Arsenal game? We had the centre back pairing of Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans.
Yeah.
For a good 15 minutes.
Yeah, we had the whole Leicester. Oh God,
In
end it.
2023, and we've got
Yeah.
Maguire and Johnny Evans at the back.
Johnny
And we were
Crazy.
playing Highline.
Playing what?
And we were playing Highline also with Maguire and them.
Yeah, even worse. Right, we've got to park it at that because we'll be here forever talking about the disaster that is Manchester United. So that concludes the preview for today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Sorry I haven't managed to read comments out because I had so much to get into. I appreciate you tuning in. Leave a like on the video for us if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you're looking forward to the game tomorrow. And I will leave you guys with this. So take care and we'll see you in the next one.
Not even cheering. It's not even. It's not even cheering. Chivvy up. He loves capybara. He loves capybara, and he's not even.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I've not seen you for fucking a long. Well, it feels like a long time. So
Yeah, it's been
I was
a while.
expecting a bit of a thing there, but
Alright.
anyway.
Peace out, everybody.
We'll see you for the watch along tomorrow. By the way, I'll be live. Make sure you come join me. Peace.